Alex Volkanoski step into the lightweight division and beat the top contendership in that division? Alex Volkanoski is by far the best featherweight we have probably ever seen. And no one's calling him out. There is no fight for Volkanoski in featherweight right now. And there probably won't be for at least the next 6 months to a year. That's worth putting together. I think he said, I want to fight whoever the winner of the lightweight is. The lightweight title is mine. I mean, he's on standby as a replacement lightweight fighter for UFC 280 that's coming up next weekend. Do UFC give him the title shot, whoever wins out, Oliveira and Islam? Maybe. I can't see why not. Right? He's doing the right things to essentially give him that title shot. Right? He's stepping in. He's cutting weight. He's flying out to Abu Dhabi. He's being a dedicated employee for the UFC. There's no reason why he wouldn't get that title shot next. Is there anyone in the lightweight division right now, a Poirier, a Gagey, who have just had title shots, who are both coming off a loss? Chandler has only beat Tony Ferguson. He's fighting Poirier, but that doesn't necessarily put him in title contendership, right? Benil Dariush, if he beats Gamrot, potentially is the only one who should have a title fight because Islam and Benil Dariush should have fought. Other than that, I don't see anyone else in that top 5 of the division of lightweight who deserves an instantaneous title shot, depending on whoever wins out of Oliveira and Islam. Volkanovski, right? Massive pound, the number 1 pound for pound champ, right? Most dominant featherweight. It makes sense. It's the fight they're going to make. 100%, whoever wins. So what do those fights look like? Charles Oliveira wins against Islam. Charles Oliveira versus Alex Volkanovski. That's a pretty good matchup. Stylistically, right? When you look at the length, the size, the comparison, the skill sets, the durability of Volkanovski, right? We've seen Volkanovski literally be choked to death and get out of it multiple times. We've seen the speed and the precision of Volkanovski over his last couple fights. Pure domination, without a doubt. The man, I haven't seen someone so on point with speed and timing and accuracy since the early days of Conor McGregor from a striking perspective. Arguably nearly one of the best strikers within the UFC, and he still has his wrestling to fall back on. We've seen him beat Max Holloway, who has no doubt one of the best strikers within the UFC. He trains with Adesanya, who's one of the best fighters one of the best strikers in the UFC. The timing and precision of Alex Volkanovski is absolutely insane. And he's a likable character. He's a likable character who is the pound for pound for a reason. He has like an insane win streak for his professional career. So then we look at Islam Makhachev wins against Charles. That's probably more of an interesting, because if you look at the physiques of both of those guys, very similar. Skill set wise, obviously Islam has the better wrestling. But Volkanovski, I would say, has the better timing and speed and precision and power than Islam. Would you agree or would you disagree? Islam has the better jiu-jitsu. but Volkanovski's resilient. So let's say Volkanovski wins. Volkanovski wins, becomes the double champ. What's next for him then? Defends lightweight? Drops back, defends featherweight? There's not that many people. I think there's only one person who has come to a higher weight division and then has only come back and defended their previous title. And that's Amanda Nunes. That's because there was no one in the weight class above who was really fight or contendership in that weight class. It's tough. It's tough to know what happens next. Because if Islam then beats Volkanovski, Volkanovski goes back to featherweight and they'll make a fight for him there. Or he'll retire, whichever way it works. It's a win-no-win, no-lose situation for Volkanovski, whichever way it goes. He had his shot, right? No one batted an eye when Adesanya went and fought Yan, right? And lost at lost at 205. They didn't put it against Adesanya for losing, right? He's still the best middleweight. It's a more dangerous fight for whoever the winner of the lightweight fight, the title is, to take on that fight, right? Because then where does that leave them if Volkanovski is the champ, right? Islam Charles go back and fight, Poirier, Gagey, Chandler, Benil, like those top five. It's so difficult to say what's going to happen and what matchups are going to be made in either division, because the people at the top have beaten them, everyone else below them. If you have new blood Islam Makhachev in the lightweight division, then obviously he has, potential Justin Gaethje, Poirier, those types of people again, right? But we've seen him with Charles. We haven't seen him with Alex. Does Alex move to 170? I'm pretty sure Alex is probably the only... I think he fought at 185. He used to be like 200 plus pounds, as hard to think as that is. But he did. Maybe he fights at 170. What is the end? What is the limit for Volkanovski? What is the limit? Because he's fought at multiple weight divisions. And with the fact that he is so fast at the light division, if he puts on the weight and gets back up to a bigger size, does he still bring the same skill set? The same speed, right? Carrying more muscle, carrying more weight, fighting bigger opponents. Can he still be that resilient, not being choked out at that higher weight class? I think the limits are endless. Let me know what you guys think. Leave me a comment down below. And if you're still watching this video, please hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that little bell that notifies you the next time I go live. Appreciate it. I appreciate every one of you who watches these videos. And I will see you on the next one.